Ira Epstein of Linn Associates with your morning flash update for this Monday, the 7th of October, 2019, and the time right now about 9:20 a.m. Central Daylight Time. Well, as you can see in the Japanese yen, the market down about 9, the British pound down 7. Now, Mr. Johnson has two law cases as the Prime Minister this week. First one was decided today where a Scottish court said, you know, we trust that Mr. Johnson will follow the Ben Act, which means that if he doesn't have a deal done by October 19th, it'll ask for an extension. So they just let it go at that. There's another case coming up as early as tomorrow where they force, in other words, if Mr. Johnson doesn't write the letter, this other group that brought the suit can write the letter asking the EU for an extension. Now, asking them for by these people does not mean the EU would grant it either. So there's a lot of things here. In the dollar index, in the stock indices, what you've got going on today is obviously fear about the Chinese-U.S. trade, which the delegation arrives tomorrow. They start formal talks for Thursday and Friday. The scope of these have been taken down dramatically. I think the best to hope for, the very best, would be something on agriculture. I really believe the Chinese are going to do nothing at all on intellectual property, industry of any manner. In fact, nothing beyond agriculture. There's 2 impeachment inquiries possible now. What do they have to lose by waiting to see how this all falls? Nothing. They need pork, they need soybeans. That they might do. The problem is, how will the Trump administration look at that? It's not the Chinese that are the problem here. Will they look at it in a way that they can sell this to the American public the way they did the Japanese? Speaking of Japanese, today at the White House, there'll be the signing of the U.S.-Japanese trade deal. So it sets a precedent with that deal. Maybe, just maybe, the president will say, I'll take things in steps. You don't know. The market and the energies is up off of hope of that, which is strange because the stock market is down. You're very stable right now in the silver versus gold. A close today in silver over today's highs could be an interesting number. It might be a reversal that we start getting into. Very flat numbers as you go through the board here on the currencies. Bonds and notes not doing a lot, although I was watching Mohammed El-Arian today on the news, and he was on quite a bit talking about where are the investors best off, long-term duration or short-term duration in the bonds and notes. He seems to believe the shorter-term quality duration is the place to be. As for the grain market, a lot of nothing going on. Now, the day's news, the conference board index came out. It came out better at 110.97 versus the prior month, which was revised up to 110.73. You're still lower in the stock market. Germany, this is a real problem for the whole market. It reported that manufacturing orders fell 0.6% in the month in adjusted terms. They had looked in adjusted terms for this market to be up by the analysts 0.2%. And on an annual comparison, they plunged 6.7% for the calendar and price effects. Domestic orders down 2.6%, foreign orders down 0.9. What is it? Actually, foreign orders rose 0.9. What does this mean? Big problems. Now, if Germany doesn't get the message here that they've got to do fiscal spending outside of the ECB, I'll be surprised. Yields on the 10-year Bund fell to negative 0.594, and the Federal Reserve is going to update U.S. credit this afternoon around 2 o'clock, so keep your eye on that. You know, one of the things that you might want to look at, and I don't talk about enough, is confirmation as to whether or not indicators are pointing that the market's staying in a trend, be it an uptrend or a downtrend. And what the Arun indicator does is it looks at price and time as a relationship. And when it does so, you're going to get it in a series of waves that show that, for an example, an uptrend, within a certain time frame, you're making higher highs, higher lows. Got it? Very important. Just another way to look at it. But as I look at markets, you're always looking to see, and I think it's so important, how do you measure if that trend is there, or is there an indicator turning before price? And you often get that. We've put together a video series for you if you'd like to take a look at this as a technician, along with pivot points and other parts. Simply give us a call, go to our website. You'll see right on the very front page, Ira's free offers. Click on it, choose the ones you want. It'll come by email to you. You can always click right up here as well And if you do, that'll take you right to that page. I'm Ira Epstein. I'll see you this afternoon with our wrap-up for all the different markets. Good luck. Good trading to you.